what are we doing? This is, I mean, I don't, what could the defense of this even be? The government is telling you by their own admission, quite explicitly, he didn't break any laws. He just engaged in what they consider to be speech they don't like and are trying to deport him for it as a legal fucking resident. Dude, what are we doing? What are we doing? It's like so nakedly indefensible. There was this guy, I heard him on this podcast. He's a scholar at one of these think tanks, the Mercatus Center. I forget his fucking name. And former CIA officer, and he wrote a book on like a changing media environment. And in this book, he says he didn't vote for either guy, like Clinton or Trump in 2016. Didn't vote for Trump or Biden in 2020, and then voted for Trump in 2024. And his argument was he was concerned about freedom of speech. And if I take him at his word that you're concerned about speech, I actually emailed the guy and I was like, well, now what do you like how do I wasn't even like trying to dunk on him. I was asking like, how do you reconcile what is happening with your views that we had to have this guy in charge in order to preserve speech? And he hadn't written back, but it's a really important question for people who like, guys, I'm going to say it's the same thing with the UFC. You know, slurs have made a comeback. Like you definitely can do that, you know, no problem in the workplace, social media, out in public, like, you know, for slurs that were banned for a while, or, you know, calling people mentally retarded and stuff like that has made a gigantic comeback. But if you question the U.S.'s commitment to genocide of Palestinians, it looks like this administration will dig up arcane laws from the 19th and 18th century to find ways to quash that speech. It's not a very complicated case. It is so obviously designed to chill speech. It is obviously designed as an attack on institutions of higher learning. It is an attack on, well, you know, here's what it really comes down to. Gaza has come here. What I mean by that is Hamas on October 7th, they attack Israel. Israel launches this gigantic 15-month campaign of death and destruction, not just killing tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of Palestinians, which we haven't even begun to count that. They blew up water mains, hospital systems. They blew up institutions of higher learning, schools more generally. They destroyed and uprooted anything that makes civilized life possible, right? Just completely razed it, razed, to the ground. And as a consequence of that, and our involvement in it, and our contributions to it, people here, and not just Khalil, but many people, were angry about it and spoke out against it, whether in media, ordinary citizens, other government legislatures. There was this fierce debate about what to do about it and how to handle it. And it came here. And now we're getting American legal residents potentially deported for advocacy, not merely against genocide, but in conjunction with Israel's aims. Like, we're importing their dispute, and it is affecting our civil liberties here. Because, guys, you have to be naive to think this is where they're going to stop. We're not even 2 months in. You have to be naive if you think they're not going to try and extend this as far and wide as possible, both in terms of like what the topicality is that they use as an argument for deportation. In this particular case, they're claiming anti-Semitism. I've tried to review any evidence about what Khalil has said that was anti-Semitic. I can't find anything. And again, the government doesn't contest that his behavior was entirely legal. You mean you can come over here and you can engage in lawful behavior and they can just get rid of you and like again, thinking that this is just this, oh, they're just going to do it in this one case about this one campus. Guys, you have to be fucking gullible to think that, yeah, we live in a world right now where you can absolutely just call women cunts. You can call people retarded. You can do much more than that. And the social opprobrium has been dialed down significantly. Congratulations. We have access to slurs in a way we didn't before. Truly, our free speech cup runneth over. But speaking about genocide, speaking about powerful actors, speaking about protecting the vulnerable, well, that will get you in trouble. That's not free speech, folks. You see what I mean when I talk about free speech? Even, you can just use the UFC as a microcosm. Yeah, you can go in and you can say nasty shit to somebody else. You can do that. But you can't tell simple truths, can you? Does this look a whole lot different than that? We are importing a regional conflict that we exacerbated to the nth fucking degree, and now we're having our civil liberties curtailed as a result of it. That's not very free speech, is it?